Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's so nice to be with everyone tonight and see all of our Earth buddies and those that are interested in learning more about the Safe Soil movement. So we're looking forward to being with you tonight to learn more and to get some updates about Sadhguru's journey, as well as try to find out some of the things that we might be able to do to support the movement and what we can do to lend ourselves towards supporting the Save Soil movement. So we expect that tonight, after we go through the various updates and answer any questions that you have and look at a few things together, we'll probably spend about 45 minutes. So we hope you can stay with us that whole time. But as we get started, we might have some newer people here. We just want to ensure that everyone is aware of what is the Safe Soil Movement, to understand what this global movement is all about. The movement is essentially that we are working together. It's a people's movement where we're working as one to bring this awareness about the importance of soil and bringing our soil back from extinction, and trying to bring about public policy changes, governmental policy changes, and involve everyone in this effort across all of the nations, across all different parts of the world, and bring this awareness that if we can have a policy that says that at least 3 to 6% of organic material is in our soil, we can bring it back to a healthy level for our planet, for our food, to really address all the different issues from global warming to the possibility of bringing more nutritious food to our children and future generations. So we'll start this evening just with a brief video just about this movement, just to learn a bit more.
We are talking about climate change, carbon emissions, and global warming and various other aspects, but we are not addressing soil. Soil is the habitat upon which zillions of lives thrive. Once there is no richness in soil, then you have forsaken the planet in many ways. Every responsible scientist in the world and the UN agencies are clearly saying we have only 80 to 100 harvests left. That means approximately 45 to 50 years of agricultural soil left on the planet. By 2045, we will be producing 40% less food than what we are producing right now, and our populations will be 9.3 billion people. The food shortages that could manifest in the next 25 years, the consequences of that is unimaginable. Civil wars will unfold across the world once there is food shortage. What we are facing now is soil extinction. Why is soil becoming extinct? Where is it going away? What is happening to our soil? We must understand, if you add organic content to sand, sand will turn into soil. If you remove all organic content from the soil, soil will become sand. In normal agricultural soil, the minimum organic content should be between 3 to 6%. The most minimum is 3%. At least this minimum to keep the soil alive, to keep the soil as living soil is a must. Agricultural soils across the world, the depletion is so heavy, in most countries, more than 50% of the topsoil is already gone in the last 100 years. The nutrient levels have dropped significantly. The level of micronutrients you would get from your food in early 20th century to what you are getting from the same food now has dropped 90%. If you ate one orange in 1920s, what you got from it, now in 2020, if you have to get the same, you will have to eat 8 oranges. This is what we have done to our food.
Soil is the biggest ecosystem on the planet, and so few people know anything about it. 1 teaspoon of healthy soil probably contains more microbes than there are people on Earth.
The microbial life in the first 12 to 15 inches of topsoil is the basis of our existence. It is this magic beneath our feet which has produced the life that we are. This first 12 to 15 inches of soil is the basis of life for 87% of life on this planet, including you and me.
We have to begin to recognize that what we call our soil, Mother Earth, is a living organism.
Open soils, ripped open by ploughing, open to sunlight, is the basis of destruction of microbial life. So the focus should be on agriculture, the focus should be on seeing that land is under shade as much as possible, some kind of shade, grasses, herbs, bushes, trees. Conscious Planet is launching Save Soil movement to bring about a policy change to regenerate soil. As a part of this, I'm 65 and I'm riding 30,000 kilometers, a lone motorcycle journey, 30,000 kilometers across 24 nations to activate support from the citizenry to assure the governments long-term investments will be appreciated. So it's extremely important that soil regeneration is enshrined in the policy of every government on the planet. We must change the narrative on the planet that soil is a wealth, a legacy we have received from previous generations, and we have to pass it on as living soil for future generations. We are in a cusp of time. If you do the right things now, in the next 15 to 25 years, we can significantly turn this situation around and regenerate the soil. But if we allow this to progress like this for another 30 to 40 years, after 40 years if we attempt this, then it could take 150 to 200 years because that much loss of biodiversity would have happened. From 21st of March for 100 days, the whole world, every human being on the planet should talk soil. We must hear the word soil, save soil everywhere to see that the narrative on the planet changes towards the most vital aspect of our life, the soil. Each one of you should reach as many people as you can to make this happen. Many global leaders and influencers are already participating in the movement. Be a part of this and let us make it happen.
From my part, as much as I can contribute.
We're going to save the soil. Do your part.
And saving the soils.
Our future, our children's future, and our planet's future depend on it.
Save the soil.
We know what we must do, so let's make it happen.
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 So inspiring. I just love seeing that video. Definitely, let's make it happen. So as you know, Sadhguru has been on this journey now well over 70 days, and he's reached India now. He's traveled from London all the way through Europe, through the Middle East, and now he's arrived in India and is continuing his journey, meeting with many global leaders, many influencers, people from all different kinds of backgrounds, from business to entertainment, and citizens and everywhere in between. And everywhere he goes, he's really just creating such a wave with this movement. So it's very exciting to see as the journey has progressed, 30,000 kilometers, 18,600 some miles. I mean, my goodness, he's been through so many different temperatures and weather conditions and everything along this journey. We do have some highlights, including some of the latest stops on his journey. So we wanted to share that with you so that we can all learn a little bit more about how this journey is progressing.
It's a great pleasure for me. These beautiful Caribbean nations are going for this first.
This memorandum of understanding that we are signing, it will also bring some technical assistance to the Caribbean region.
This is a historic moment because here is the first step to turn around.
What you're doing today is really important because people like you who have a wonderful following of millions and millions of people, and what you're doing with that is so important with saving the soil.
If you want to say, I love you to your child, you must just say save soil, because it is a more committed way of saying I love you.
is an extraordinary campaign. It echoes what we in the Commonwealth have been aspiring to do for a number of years.
Next 100 days from 21st of March, we want the whole world to talk about soil. It is not about the motorcycle, it's not about the journey, it's not about the song, it is about moving people on the planet. Make it happen, huh?
Nobody spoke about soil like Sadhguru does.
I think if we all contribute, then we have a really strong voice.
There has been so much excitement and everybody is so excited to hear Sadhguru.
This is our time on the planet. What we do here is our business. Let's do the right things.
I honestly didn't feel like part of the movement before. Obviously, I'd never met him. Seeing what kind of a following he has and how impactful it is, I really feel like I just joined a global movement.
Graffiti artists supporting this Save Soil movement, wanting to inspire the youth, and youth being the major population in most parts of the world today, all graffiti artists, to whatever walls that you have, make sure that you use this. One of the most beautiful cities of Europe.
It really resonated with me, the message that we have to save our soil.
It's our common issue together. It's not for one nation, for one person, but we as people have to unite and to solve this.
This is a celebration of human beings coming together to do what they need to do. All of us have been part of this destruction. The only way is all of us become part of the solution also.
Thank you, Sadhguru, thank you.
Riding on to Italy. Italy is raining heavily tonight. Here in Venice.
So it's like a wave of hope.
Is necessary for the future.
Over 2000 years ago, this eternal city made the mistake of over-farming the region, and that was also the fall of the city at that time. So, the Romans of today should never make that mistake once again.
And we are very happy that we are aligned in our message to really high the profile of soils.
Young people getting into farming is very good. That's the future of the world.
Thank you.
Here we are in Geneva.
I think it's a message of urgency, but it's also a message of hope. So I would really like to thank Sadhguru for his leadership.
The global movement led by him addresses the soil crisis by mobilizing people around the entire world.
This massive fountain in the Lake of Geneva is lit up for Save Soil today. With Save Soil colors of blue and green, you cannot stop this. The moment is on. It's going to be on till the policies are done.
In this cold, slippery road and winds are picking up speed, no matter what the hell, I have to keep going. You think this is a problem? Relentless commitment to what you do. That is the only solution. Save soil, let's make it happen.
an MOU to be signed between Isha Foundation and 4,000 Initiative Soils for Food Security and Climate.
We were just sharing exactly the same objective, increasing carbon content in the soil.
Sadhguru, what you are doing is really impressive.
I'm quite amazed and thrilled by it.
I was very honored to be on the stage and be able to actually express that his mission is what we need.
It's fantastic. France has been great.
Well, Brussels.
We should all stand up and make the most impact we can to create a real change in the world.
Save the soil.
Get the bottom!
A smashing evening at the main event. And a super enthusiastic crowd committing themselves to make this happen.
It's heartwarming to see everybody come together.
Save soil, on the move. Let's make it happen. Just look up the news and see in the last 4 months, how many governments have started talking about soil because they see it's picking up momentum. But if you create 3 to 4 billion people talking about soil, that's it. That will be the main conversation in the government.
Save the Soil is a very important movement that we support as UNCCD. We would like to propose to the world to do whatever they can to protect the soil because it is our future.
Save soil, let's make it happen.
I need someone to show me the way. I need someone to show me the way.
The education ministry in Germany has now come into the picture officially and asked all the children to do artwork to support Save Soil movement.
Good, Arjun, wonderful. Congratulations that you wrote to the Prime Minister.
Let's make it happen!
So, on the way to Bratislava, well, the road surface is not great.
It's great that all of you are here in Bratislava. Nobody ever imagined 100 years ago that we will have to save soil of all the things.
Would you like to come in the kitchen and cook with me a little bit?
Why not? Without soil being rich, food won't be rich. Without food being rich, our bodies will not be of full potential.
What do you call it?
It's a Sadhguru salad.
Table 12.
The old heroes always built something which stands up like this, but the new heroes are those people who will nurture the soil which always lies beneath our feet, never stands up. Oh, this wonderful city of Belgrade, the UNFAO said something which really deeply hurt me, is the soil that we are consuming right now belongs not even to these little children, belongs to the unborn child. This is an expression of our love and responsibility for our own lives and the future lives.
I love the message that he sent and how he broadened it, that it's everybody's responsibility.
I think there is a great potential for a good collaboration, partnership with the campaign Save the Soil, and what we are doing as a government. We can make it together.
It's very important, bringing a certain sense of love and celebration towards the land that we walk upon.
Going from Sofia to Bucharest, not a weather for motorcycle for sure.
Organize yourselves whichever way you want. Form groups, come together somehow and see this happens.
Sadhguru reminded me that I have a voice.
The people from Istanbul were really amazed by Sadhguru to appear, and they were just so happy to see him.
This many people, if all of you are committed and you spend 15–20 minutes a day to enhance the message, I think I don't have to go on riding like crazy. Yesterday I rode 18 hours, can you believe this, through Bulgarian roads?
Is an honest expression of his wisdom and love for humanity, I think.
He's been riding through very, rough terrain, rough roads, dusty construction sites.
It was a long drive and we were getting a little late for the live event at Tbilisi.
He, right at the end, maybe 5 minutes before the event, decided that he couldn't stop for a break.
In the traffic, he was just removing his jacket and gloves and throwing in the car just to make it on time.
The whole purpose of this moment is to bring this home, that when you walk up on the soil, you know it is the source of your life. Keeping it alive is the most important thing. Will you make it happen?
A gift from God for the people, for the earth, for the soil.
We must save the soil, we must plant the trees, we must replenish the forests, we must save our planet.
Wonderful, thank you so much for standing up for soil.
يا تربة الحبيبة وعدا منا وعهدا والعهد لن يخيبا.
Right now, soil has turned into sand because we pulled out all the organic content. We are taking the life out of the soil. If we don't put that back, all the other concerns which are important to be attended to, but none of them will matter.
This is not for us, this is for him and his generation, hoping that they would have a better future with a better world. Save soil.
Here in Palestine, wonderful to be here.
I salute you and I respect your initiative and my full support of what is needed from the Palestinian side to support you.
The most important thing is we must keep our lands alive for future generations, because that is a fundamental responsibility we hold for our children and future generations beyond them.
Well, it's very, I can tell you as a motorcycle driver, I also like motorcycles and it's not easy. This guy is devoted and this is what makes him so impressive and so he touches people.
When it comes to agriculture, when it comes to soil, when it comes to soil ecology, our national borders mean nothing, because microorganisms operate as a global system. People are talking about doctors without borders. I'm asking you, are you beings without borders? Are you a life without borders?
Dear Sadhguru, one of the world's voices and leaders on soil conservation and land, in this day and age, having you here is absolutely fantastic, and we welcome you.
Implementation has to happen on the land, and land is not managed by scientists, land is managed by farmers. So it's extremely important. It must be a single point agenda, incentive-based agenda. If inspiration, incentives and disincentives after a certain period of time is the way forward, this is my appeal to every one of you, because I don't want this COP15 to end as one more convention with more paper and more paper. This must end with concrete action, and action in such a way that it's implementable.
There is no word to describe what Sadhguru is doing for us.
We know how much, you had to do to get here. You left so many things you were doing with it, but you honored the country, you honored the people of this country. Thank you. And on behalf of the head of state,
it's my pleasure.
I want to thank you very much.
It's a great privilege.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Save soil.
Let's make it happen. Saudi Arabia as a kingdom, since 1970s, converting deserts into fertile lands has been quietly happening. Other countries which have fertile lands and actively working to turn them into deserts, you must put them to shame, it's very important. In so many ways we have found the differences between each other in terms of nationality, race, religion, caste, creed. If we act as one humanity, in the next 10-15 years we can turn this around.
بالعربي أنقذ التربة لنفعل ذلك على أرض الواقع بمبادرات عملية وجادة ملموسة الأثر. أنقذ التربة save soil.
We are very glad to have Sadhguru in the Kingdom of Bahrain.
Right now, this is not even about generosity, this is about survival.
It's an honor to have you here in this location, in the heart of Bahrain, in this ancient harbor. We're very proud that you're here today, discovering the layers of history in this beautiful place.
The most important thing of what I have learned from him is that the most important thing is to live in harmony and peace within yourself.
انقذوا التربة and save soil.
40 minutes past midnight, just another maybe 30 kilometers to the Emirates border, UAE border. It's been a long drive. Totally 930 kilometers today we are doing. Well, UAE has become, an airline hub and a shopping hub and other kinds, but nobody imagined it could be an ecological hub.
Thank you so much for being here with us, Sadhguru, on this wonderful journey. The UAE is partnering with you on Save Soil, such an important cause.
Save Soil is surely a cause that we can all fully endorse. My dear brother Sadhguru, I would like to thank you for including the United Arab Emirates in your inspiring journey
I'm proud to share that the UAE is working hard to include soil management and national strategies and policies.
Saving soil is one of the most important things on the planet right now.
It's not his mission, it needs to become all of our missions.
I'm here to save soil.
I had a meeting with Sadhguruji somewhere in December, I believe. And the net outcome of that whole thing is that I have earmarked funds to make good of the eco deficit of that particular year. Economy should also grow, but it should have a ecological responsibility in its growth.
Right now everybody is talking about robotics. It's time robotics goes into agriculture. Right now you have a big machine which just rips the soil off. This, if you leave the robotic machines through the day and night where just as much is needed, they can do. They don't have to rip the whole soil. Yes, science is already there, we know what to do. It is just that industry has not caught up because in the policy those things have not come.
I didn't imagine that we could find a lot of Omani people joining the movement.
I said, Oman, one more desert I have to ride. They said, no Sadhguru, Oman looks like Kerala. If one part of your nation is green, it just takes a determined effort to stretch that green all the way up. There are no words to describe what it means to be back in India. 70 days we've been on the road, 74 nations have signed up.
It's a very proud moment to have amidst us the savior of the soil.
It's my fortune that the first step that I take in the sacred land of birth is in Jamnagar. ભાઈ માટી અને પશુ એટલે કે બીજા જીવ મનુષ્ય સિવાયના જીવ એ બંનેની જાળવણી જો કરીશું તો જ મનુષ્ય બચી શકાય એવું છે. લીડ લઈશું ગુજરાત, તમને એટલું કહી શકાય કે લીડ લઈને ગુજરાત આની મેં જેટલું બને એટલું ઝડપથી
You are in Gujarat since 2 days. हमारा गुजरात कैसा लगा आपको?
People are cool, but the weather is hot. Will you promise me in the next 100 years' time, we'll make the weather also cool for future generations?
I was really happy to interact with Sadhguruji. It really inspired me to work more and more towards this country, this nation, this soil.
Wow. Just seeing all of the places and all of the people that Sadhguru has been able to meet with and touch, everyone is so inspired. It's so wonderful to see all of the lives that have been touched so far that are able to go out and tell more about this movement of Save Soil. So now we would like to look at what is it that we can do. I know many of you signed up to be Earth Buddies. If you haven't yet, be sure to sign up as an Earth Buddy so that you can receive updates about the journey and the movement and what you can do in just a few minutes each day to support things and to continue sharing this with more and more people, because that's what's going to make a difference, is sharing this with everyone that you know and bringing them into this understanding of how something that we're just walking around on each day is needing our attention and how we can help with that. So I'm sure that those that are supporting with chat will put some of those links up there. If you haven't yet signed up to be an Earth Buddy, please do that. But we wanted to take some time to share with you a few things from the website, some of the things that have been happening. And we heard some of the places that Sadhguru has been, and tomorrow he's going to be live again. So be sure to look for that, and you can join live and see what Sadhguru has to say. He's going to be in Jaipur tomorrow. I received this Time magazine. I don't know if you have noticed it out on the newsstands, but actually there's a magazine that Sadhguru is in this month. So that was really exciting to see that the World Economic Forum, some of the highlights, they were mentioning the 3 big highlights, and Sadhguru was bringing attention to the Save Soil movement. Let's see, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but if you get a chance to pick it up, there's a whole article in here that Sadhguru is sharing about the Save Soil movement. So being featured in Time magazine is not a small thing, as you know, here in the United States and North America. So it's really exciting to see that we're making a difference to some of these mainstream media and places like that. Also, the Discovery Channel, I'm not sure if you had a chance to see that, but there is a new video that's out, a new documentary. It's about a 30-minute documentary that was featured on the Discovery Channel that was just released this week as well. And it's out on YouTube. So share that far and wide. I think they'll also share the link for you so that you can take a look at that. It's wonderful to see. We had some soil scientists from here in the United States featured in that, and just bringing the message out there within the scientific community. So it's really exciting to see it on the Discovery Channel as well. But I think what I'll do now is I'm going to switch over to the website and show you a few things that we wanted to highlight today. So just give me a second to do that. And then we'll have a chance to ask some questions. Okay, actually, I'd like to just show you this real quick. This was I was mentioning the Discovery Channel. It went live just a couple of days ago on the Discovery Channel, but the video is there, so you can look for that. It's really exciting to see and take you through kind of the whole movement and what's happening with that and the impact of soil. So be sure to look at that as well. And I'm going to just take you back to the main website. So of course you can see up here at the top, this is where you can click to see the different aspects that can take you to the different features on the website. So the main page here, I just think it's kind of fun to see spring coming to life out of that soil that looks so very much alive. The magic of soil is here. And then scrolling down, you can see just more if you're wanting to share with others and just learn a little bit more about soil. This is a great place to start to just get that background knowledge about what's happening and where the soil's degraded. You know, there's so many wonderful visuals and things. And then, of course, if you go to the events tab, if you touch that, this will take you through Sadhguru's journey. And if you have missed and would like to watch any of the full videos, you can go back and click on those at the different points in his journey and see those. And then the upcoming journey, obviously, is there as well of the different events. But what I really wanted to feature and share with you today is about the Walkathon. So this is our real opportunity as Earth Buddies, as those that are interested in supporting the Save Soil movement, what we can do right here here in North America. So many events are coming. This is an opportunity for us to really support, and as the in many senses a culmination of the journey, the 100-day journey, as Sadhguru is coming towards the end of his journey. This is something that we can do here, and many of our cities are going to be coming together on Father's Day weekend, and will be across over 60 cities here in North America. So it's really exciting to see this coming together, where we can really just raise that awareness in a very joyful way. You know, this is not in conflict with anything in any way. It's just a joyful way to bring awareness so that people know the significance of what is happening, and come together in a fun way and walk. You know, Sadhguru's writing all of those miles. We can walk just a few. So 3K or 5K, whatever people are able to do. It might vary from city to city, but we encourage you to just do whatever you can to get the word out and bring your family, bring your friends, bring your children, because this is really a walk for our children. We want to see what we can do to ensure that the planet is in a healthier place for the future generations. So definitely bring the children. It's Father's Day weekend. You know, bring your neighbors, bring anyone that you can. But when you come to this site, look and see what area is closest to you and what city. You know, you can go to the country, you can go, you know, within the United States and pick one of the cities, or you can just scroll through and see all over the country they're coming together. Many of them are on the 18th on Saturday. Some will fall on actual Father's Day, the 19th, and a few might actually fall the following weekend of the 25th, 26th. So you can find one that's closest to you. And then when you click on that to learn more information, so you could select one just so it's a little, I guess that didn't work. Okay, here I selected Charlotte. So once you click on Charlotte, it will bring you to the Eventbrite. This is actually where you will do the registration. And we really want to encourage people to register early, so it'll help with planning, encourage more people to sign up. So, you know, and you can, you know, follow Isha Foundation. If you click on this, we're just trying to increase the awareness of our event. It's just gone live, so we're just kind of getting baby steps and getting it going. So anything we can do to get more of the people in your area signing up and following the event and the foundation will be really helpful. All of the details about the Walkathon are listed on that particular event. There may be some variations in time from city to city, so be sure you look at that for that particular one that you might be attending or sharing with friends and family across the country. There might be one closer to people that you know that are on the other side of the country. Share it with them as well. And then there'll be the details, but you need to register here on the Eventbrite site. And in the registration, you can register for $1, upwards of whatever you're comfortable. We're suggesting maybe a donation of $10, $15 just to help cover some of the costs, but whatever people may wish to do is fine. And bringing your children, there's just a release form that they would fill out. But we want to know how many kids are able to come and be there and encourage them to join us as well. So whatever we can do to share this walkathon is really the big thing that we're looking for support on right now. And if you would like to get involved in your local center, reach out to them as well and sign up to volunteer and see how you can support locally and be there at the event, because lots of hands will be needed just to help, make the event happen and just walk with everyone and be part of the event. We also have on Facebook, the events are being created as Facebook events. So you can also use that and use social media as a way to share with people that you know, and look for those events online. And, you can express that you're interested, clicking on that. You can mark that you are going. That will help too. So this one has just gone live. You can share it with people that you know in that area, invite them. So, see how you can really make use of these. There's an event created for every single Save Soil Walkathon. So if you know people in other areas of the country, you can invite them and share the event that way, and see what we can do. We really would like to get as many people as possible, and we're looking for partnerships still. So if you know of organizations or businesses that might be interested in supporting the Safe Soil movement or the Walkathon, we're looking for organizations or companies that have a sustainability focus or environmental focus, events like that, where in the next, the next 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, where we can share about this, whether that be in the media or within these companies or organizations. Please, share those ideas and see what we can do and let them know about this. There's flyers and things that are available too, that if you want to physically have a flyer to hang up, there's so many things that can be done and are definitely needed to make sure that as many people as possible here and can support the Safe Soil movement. And the Walkathon is the big focus over the next couple of weeks of something that we can do right here in North America as well. So I think I will bring us back to the opportunity for you to ask any questions that you might have. And if you want to look at anything further, we can certainly do that as well. So if you can post your questions, we can look at those together now. Let's see. We have a question here. Does anyone know what is the U.S. government's doing towards the farmer initiatives towards attaining 3% organic content in the soil? So, many of the policies are variable in different areas of the country, state to state and things, but that's what right now we're working towards, just bringing that awareness that it's something that is needed to get a minimum of 3 to 6% of organic material in the soil. So with that, what the big mission is just writing to those that are in those different positions that could have an influence. So policymakers, if we can write to them and send messages out, you can, again, from the website, there's some example content that you can use and send. And there's also the handbook that has been mentioned before. I think that we can post a couple of these links in the chat for you as well. So these, you can sign up to receive that handbook, and these suggested policies and approaches are what Sadhguru was presenting. And then these different governments are looking at memorandums of understanding to allow us to be able to work towards putting those initiatives in place. Is there any other questions that people have? So we're just very excited to see so many things happening around the movement. So many people are getting behind it. There's so much excitement, and what we can do here as it's coming towards the end of his actual 100-day journey. It's just actually beginning, I'm sure. We're raising the awareness to a place where we can start having those conversations to try to start getting policies in place so that we can really start seeing that change happen in an actionable way. So in many ways, we're just getting started, and we'll want to continue following things and continuing to make sure more and more people are aware of the movement. So our hope is that you got something from our conversation tonight. And if you have other questions, certainly, you can post those and reach out. We'll have another webinar this coming Sunday, so I hope that you can join then. Our plan is to share additional things that we can do in small ways to make a difference in this movement and share more with others. So there'll be some new things that will be shared then, and then again next Wednesday as well. So we look forward to seeing you the next time if you can join us then. But until then, just stay plugged in. And on the website, there's many daily things that you can do. So look for those actionable things that you can do with sharing things on social media. And certainly invite all your family and friends to a walkathon that's somewhat near where you're living, and hope that you can be there for that. So we would like to end tonight with just a very short video of some of the children. You know, as we say, we're going to do the walkathon for the children, Safe Soil for them. Here's a few kids that are really ready to save soil. So thank you for being with us tonight.
Did you know that 1 acre of soil is degraded every second?
So did you know that 52% of the Earth's topsoil has already been gone?
By 2050, 90% of the Earth's soil could be degraded unless we act now.
Healthy soil is important.
Soil depletion impacts us all, and it is so important that we work together to save soil.
So help me save soil.
Save soil! Save soil!